Hey everybody, I hope and pray that you're doing well today as we come to our word from the word. And today that word is flagrant. Flagrant. Now for you sports fans, anytime there's a flagrant foul, it's something excessive. Wasn't just a little small foul. This is something over the top. You have it in a lot of sports that there's a flagrant foul or any personal foul could be flagrant even in football. Something with excessive force essentially. But here, using that word flagrant today, something that's excessive and seems to just be out of control. And he's talking about here today, you're going to see in Psalm 12, you're going to see that there's something that's very flagrant, but it's not what you maybe would want to see. But I bet it's something you've seen today, something you saw yesterday, something we'll see every day. And in Psalm 12, verse 8, he says, "The wicked prowl on every side when vileness is exalted among the sons of men." Now, that one simple verse, when he's talking about vileness, it's wickedness, it's worthless. Those things that are worthless, that's the things that are praised. Have you ever noticed that everything that God tells us to stay away from, everything that would promote more wickedness, anything that would recognize and congratulate sin, that's what our society praises. Just think about it for a moment. Think about movie awards, music awards, things on TV. You think about the ones that are either the goriest, have the most filthy language or the most filthy scenes in them, including all kinds of sexual things and misconduct and things that should never be praised. Those are the things that our society lifts up and glorifies and magnifies, and they give people just pour money into these projects, and you'd say, I just can't believe they do that. But then you stop and think, and how many of us have bought tickets to see their movies? How many of us have paid for subscriptions to be able to watch them on our phones? How many of us have tuned in to watch those awards? Just stop and think about that. Think about how easily we have been lured into following along with the things that are flagrant. To the point where you have cartoons that are now glorifying the Antichrist. See, they didn't just jump from not doing that at all to go to that far to something like that. No, they did it one little step at a time. One little curse word here, one little nude scene here. And it's just continued on and on and on. And we're all just as guilty of it because we're the ones that are allowing it to continue on. Why? Because we don't want to stand up and say anything. We're letting those things, as I've heard, and I can't remember who originally said this, but it said, that the things that used to slink down the back alleys now parade down Main Street. And that is exactly what has happened in our society today. It's flagrant. And that's what what David is having such a hard time with. He says, I don't understand, God. He said, the things that are out there, the worthless things, that's what's praised. And see, we as believers, what we need to do is we need to come together and say, no, world, y'all need to understand that Jesus Christ is the answer. You need to understand that all these things are not going to get you anywhere. And instead of joining in the promotion of those things, instead of joining in on all the chaos and all the praise of sinful activity, why don't we point people to Jesus? Why don't we be so flagrantly obvious in what we do that no one would ever mistake the fact that, as we talked about yesterday, that our foundation is in Jesus Christ, and that everything that we do, everything that we say, everywhere that we go, everything we participate in is all about Jesus. And it's not about the world. Yes, I know we have to be in this world, but we don't have to be of this world. We're in this world to look like Jesus. We're in this world so that we can be witnesses to what he's done. to who he is and what he can do for the world. What he's already done for the world that they don't even realize. So today, don't let the evil and the wicked win. Like we go back to what we talked about Sunday. If you remember there from the end of Luke 19, verse 48, said that the people were paying such close attention to what Jesus was saying and what he was teaching that the enemy could not do anything with Jesus. They couldn't even come up against him or the people because everybody was listening intently to him. Today, let's be listening intently. Let's be following along, hanging on his every word, so the enemy can't even get a foothold. Today, let's be obvious in our faith. God bless you, and I pray you have a great, great day.